For the past few days, technicians from the Barbados Water Authority were working on a pump failure at the Newmarket station. And General Manager Keithroy Halliday says preparation for the storm compounded the issue. He says, however, technicians were able to restore service to the facilities at Hanson and Fort George, and any other work will be done once the all clear is given.
We've been topping up our community cancer tanks and securing them. Our tankers have been out in full force, particularly to respond to those communities or those areas that were hard hit in terms of our water supply over the last several days. And in terms of our own preparation for our facilities, in terms of securing our facilities, in terms of making sure that we had no loose material around, in terms of making sure that we had basically bunkered down or hunkered down in many respects. So that would have taken us some time this morning.
Mr. Halliday says this morning's traffic jams were a massive headache for the BWA when its tankers were trying to get into the field. Thankfully, though, they were given an escort by the Royal Barbados Police Force and members of the Barbados Defence Force into the various communities. And once the system passes, Mr. Halliday says BWA staff will only mobilize when the all clear is given because their safety is paramount.
Once the all clear has been given, the members of our EOC, or Emergency Operation Committee team, will meet. A number of assessors are sent out, and a number of electricians are sent out. And based on the assessment of damage, we collate that information, we analyze that information, and we also make sure that we're in a position to restart any of the pumping stations or facilities as necessary. But as we have said many times before, we must first conduct that assessment and that check. And we do so as well in collaboration with our partners, our colleagues, or other Barbados Light and Power.
Mr. Halliday also wants people to think about the needs of their neighbours as well.
There are some who may not have been able to store adequate amounts of water, and we would like that everyone continues to be judicious with the use of water. We never know what can happen, and continue to manage your water use very carefully. For those who are doing water harvesting, in the event that you do need to use that water, there's some simple rules to comply with, and the Ministry of Health will likely speak to that. But certainly boil your water, and a little bit of bleach and certain dosage will help as well.
The BWA's general manager also stressed, above all, that Barbadians need to obey the instructions of the Department of Emergency Management.